Indiana's only statewide TV news network. This is a Storm Track 8 weather alert.
Flood warnings are in place across the lower half of the state tonight as more rainfall keeps rivers like this one on the Kentucky state line bursting. This is a live look, and you can see a house peeking from the flood water in the top left of your screen. Thanks for joining us. I'm Tim Spears with Storm Track 8 meteorologist Drew Narsutis, and behind us you can see some of the flooding near Terre Haute in Vigo County. And Drew, how much longer does Indiana have to deal with this?
Indiana itself may have to deal with this for weeks on end. The good news is that the further upstream you are, the sooner that your peak has already occurred. Many folks here in Marion County have already seen the peak of their water height, but again, further downstream, it's going to be a bigger impact and it's going to be delayed. So we'll keep an eye on our forecast as we move here into tonight. The good thing is, again, for Marion County, still slightly wet, a few raindrops outside, but nothing nearly as wet as the last few days have been. Hopefully those water levels are maybe on the White River again, about at peak. If you have smaller creeks near you, they're likely a little bit below peak levels, but they'll still be high over the next few days. And again, we'll keep an eye further down in the south. Showers around for everybody. Aerial flood warnings around for everybody, although looks like a few counties they've shaved off the top here over the last 24 hours. So we'll keep an eye on southern and south central parts of the state as we move into this evening. The new rain is going to be very far and few between, maybe just a few raindrops outside, but clearing overnight. Tomorrow, a lovely day outside in the skies. Not feeling too bad, although a little chilly. Will be even colder, if you can believe it, as we move into Tuesday morning with temperatures in the mid-20s and maybe even 20-degree wind chills. We'll talk more coming up.
Thanks, Drew. Here's a bird's eye view of the flooding in Bartholomew County from the sheriff's office. Right now, there's concerns the Youth Camp Lake Dam along Wolf Creek could fail, which would flood homes downstream. Emergency management said pumps are being used to lower those lake levels. Bartholomew County is one of several across Indiana under some form of travel advisory tonight. The counties you see in red are under a travel warning, meaning only emergency travel is allowed. Let's get a live look at the conditions on the ground in Columbus with News 8's Kyla Russell. What are you seeing?
Yeah, Tim, so I am here on State Road 46 in front of the Robert N. Stewart Bridge. I want to show you something. Right there, you can see just how high the water is. Typically, there would be several more feet between the bottom of the bridge and the top of the water. And State Road 46 is completely closed in some areas, leaving parts of the city totally cut off as the area remains flooded. We know a total of 25 people have been rescued here in Bartholomew County since the floods began. And the sheriff's office says they've done at least 8 water rescues so far today, including the evacuation of a homeless encampment with 12 people. But it's not just Bartholomew County. In Shelby County, the rescue operations continued today.
We did one earlier this afternoon. A lady called in. She was one of them that the sheriff and the fire chief spoke to on Friday when they placed the evacuation order. She told me on the phone that she didn't leave and she couldn't get out now and needed somebody to come help her. So that's the only rescue that I know of so far today that we've had to do. But yesterday it was nonstop.
Now, the Shelby County Evacuation Center at the fairgrounds did close up because they say it was no longer needed. But the Columbus Center at St. Peter's Lutheran School remains open. And Bartholomew County schools have moved to an e-learning day for tomorrow as those road closures continue. For more on exactly how the high waters are impacting people across the state, check back in at 10 o'clock on Wish TV. For now, reporting here in Columbus, I'm Kyla Russell for Wish TV. WishTV.com or follow us on Facebook for updates.
And millions of people across the country are facing flooding. This is Little Rock, Arkansas, where floodwaters broke apart roads. You can see the pieces of the asphalt here. In Memphis, cars like this have been left stranded as officials wait for waters to recede. Other areas of the country at risk for more severe weather today. This is some of the devastation left behind at one Mississippi home. The family that lives here says the winds blew their clothes into trees and gusts were so strong it blew their cars into the woods.
We heard the rumble. We heard the windows shatter. And then the pressure dropped, and in a real brief amount of time, I remember laying on the ground going, just keep your eyes closed, cover your head, it'll be done in a second.
You can stay up to date on the local flood risks and impacts right now on wishtv.com. There you'll find live radar, current warnings and watches, and the latest information from our local team of meteorologists.